En la conferencia de prensa se mostraron sumamente agradecidos con sus fans.
I think what's amazing about heavy metal is the passion of the fans. The fans are so dedicated and so supportive, and in many cases very, very patient. They wait and they wait and they wait. And I'm sure that tomorrow, for a lot of the Judas Priest fans that are coming not only from Costa Rica, but we hear people are coming from Panama and all the way around this part of the world. People are travelling a long way, and that makes us feel really, really proud again to be a part of what we call the heavy metal. It's very important to give the fans the best night out, you know, the best music, the best combination. And we toured together a few years ago in South America, and we had a really exciting time. So we wanted to try and replicate that. A lot of the fans remembered that experience down in Brazil, in Argentina, Chile, in Colombia. And they're a great band, really good friends, first-class musicians. David is a great singer, and everybody goes home feeling good, you know, having a good time.
The organizer tipped our unknown local singer and supplier of this event during one of their poker games. He was warned it would be a wild and long night, and we will call him AZ. The two B-list rock singers from these British bands were on the prowl and didn't take no for an answer, as many who crossed their paths would learn, sadly. The experience would change him forever. He was not prepared for what he was to witness that evening. One of the bands is named after an animal and its color. The other one mentions one of the apostles. We're calling the lead singer of the former C and the lead singer of the latter H. The bands were playing at this Central American nation's national stadium. H's gay lifestyle was always an open secret, finally confirmed during an infamous interview with MTV.
Judas Priest, and through his time in the band, helped establish metal's hard-rocking leather and studs look. He's just finished putting the final touches to his debut album by his new band too, but took time out to talk exclusively to MTV's Weekend Edition. And in an unexpected announcement, Halford addressed for the first time anywhere the subject of his sexuality.
I think that most people know that I've been a gay man all of my life, and that it's only been in recent times that it's an issue that I feel comfortable to address. An issue that has been with me ever since recognising my own sexuality. Something that I've been comfortable with forever. Something that I feel has a moment, and this is the moment to discuss it. A lot of homophobia still exists in the music world, in all kinds of music. I wouldn't say it's any more phobic in metal as it is in rap or, you know, whatever this music is that I'm doing now. But that's just something that I think we all have to address in our own lives, you know. If we have a problem with it, I think we should seek help and find out why we do have a problem with it. I think that it's difficult for everybody, you know, in making the decision to come forward and step out and be who you are, based on peer pressure, especially if you're a teenager. That's where a lot of the anxiety begins, and so maybe people like myself and others that do step in front of a camera and let the world know, maybe it's of some help, you know. It's that, well, there's an individual that has been successful. It's been able to achieve dreams and visions and goals in life and not let the issue of sexuality be something to hold them back.
It took Rob Halford more than a quarter of a century to arrive at this moment, a period during which he fronted one of the hardest-driving heavy metal bands of all time, Judas Priest. Working in an ultra-macho musical genre, the flamboyant Halford slyly turned Priest stage shows into camp spectacles filled with skin-tight S&M leather and roaring Harley motorcycles. and a generation of metalheads were duly impressed.
Breaking the law! Breaking the law!
In a famously ridiculous 1990 court case, Judas Priest was cleared of implanting sinister subliminal messages in the band's 1978 album, Stained Class, a record that allegedly led two teenage fans to attempt suicide. 2 years later, Halford left Judas Priest to form a new group called Fight. Fight only lasted for 2 albums. Now Halford is back with another new group called Two and a new determination to open up about his sexuality, something he says he couldn't have done during his days with Judas Priest.
I was constantly held back. I allowed myself to be intimidated, and I allowed myself to do certain things, and one of them was not to step forward and just come out as a gay person. A lot of homophobia still exists in the music world, in all kinds of music. I wouldn't say it's any more phobic in metal as it is in rap or, you know, whatever this music is that I'm doing now. But that's just something that I think we all have to address in our own lives. You know, if we have a problem with it, I think we should seek help and find out why we do have a problem with it. Because if you have a problem with gay and lesbian people, then maybe you have a problem on a racist level, maybe you have a problem on a religious level. I think that every individual should seek out their own humanitarian qualities and just be who they want to be and leave it alone, you know.
Although he's now completely candid about his sexuality, the subject doesn't turn up on the first album by his new band called Voyeurs, which will be out next month. However, longtime Priest fans may now want to dust off some of their old vinyl.
On the Two record, I never addressed the issue of sexuality, but if you want to go through your Priest collection, you'll be surprised to see how many innuendos, how many metaphors are used, some obvious and some not so obvious. That was my way of getting my message out for those people that care to explore that. There are as many gay metal fans as there are other fans of music. You know, we are everywhere.
However, the bisexual proclivities of C are hidden from the outside his inner circle, or at least they're supposed to be. The problem with this is not so much the homosexuality, but the fact that both like them very young. Copious amounts of ecstasy, cocaine, and poppers were ordered for the liaison, and our supplier thought this was going to be business as usual. He was mistaken. The show was good, but nothing to write home about. The opening band delivered, and the main act was the most explosive. When he arrived at the hotel, there were already signs of debauchery of the worst kind, underage boys and girls drinking and doing drugs with some band members. Our supplier noticed C was leading the charge at a superficial glance, as he immediately asked for the goods. They went to a small room to see the merch, and this is when C said, "You can stay a while and have some fun with us, you know? Make your worthwhile." AC nodded and went on to drink outside when a bandmate of age insisted the supplier needed to head to room number 33 and deliver some goods to the gay lead singer. He was trying to avoid this, as his deviant reputation is legendary. AC headed to the elevator, where he turned to the left. He knocked on the door and heard screaming and bumping inside the room. He was rattled by it. As he was to knock a second time, the door opened, and a visibly young teenage boy made it outside, in a hurry, while putting his shirt back on. What was happening was evident, and AC tried to locate the victim after delivering the goods, but without success.
The reason that we are here doesn't exist. The fact that there are supposed to be subliminal messages on this record has had to get this band get on a plane in England and fly all this way to Reno, Nevada, and to sit in a courthouse and eventually show that there are absolutely no subliminal messages on this particular song or record or any of Judas Priest's records that we've made to date.
We just thought it was absolutely inconceivable that somebody could be taking a musician to court for making music. And it was at that point I actually said, we all said, that this can never be, you know.
But it is, though members of Judas Priest still seem stunned that they are here, defending themselves against charges that subliminal messages on their record Stained Class convinced two young fans to form a suicide pact. But band members see it as defending more than themselves.
It's not just Judas Priest here, it's the whole business of free speech in its widest spectrum, the whole media, the worlds of media communications, books, filmmaking, everything you can conceivably think of in the art world is at stake here, and we're here to defend it.
If these people are successful in this case, I think we're all at risk. Anyone that has anything to do with any aspect of media.
This is the Judas Priest you see on video and in concert. Tough guys in leather, the epitome of heavy metal.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, can you autograph me?
This is the Judas Priest you see in court. Nice guys in business suits. And according to some record industry insiders, business is a key word here because they say band members are smart businessmen. And what smart businessman wants to lose customers?
What possible reason could we have for putting messages on an album to encourage our record buying public to go and kill themselves? And we just can't believe that these accusations have been leveled at the band.
Still, band members say they feel pretty good about how the trial has gone so far, but they say they decided to talk to the press because they thought coverage was going against them. They say some reports begin with the assumption that there are subliminal messages.
Are there subliminal messages in your music?
Absolutely
None
not.
whatsoever, no.
Never have been, never will be.
The last thing we would do is put subliminal messages on for hype or any other reason. As I say, if we did put them on, it would be buy more albums, you know, or something like that, not go and kill yourself.
Yeah, but does it...
Songwriter Glenn Tipton says one song in question, Hero's End, has been completely misunderstood. He says not only is there no hidden message, but the message in the lyrics themselves has nothing to do with death or suicide being a hero's end. Instead, he says, it questions why pop idols Janis Joplin, James Dean, and Jimi Hendrix had to die when they had so much more to give. He says the whole heavy metal genre has been misunderstood.
When I was young, I used to like to be scared. I used to watch horror movies. I mean, everybody likes a ghost story, you know? And when, as a teenager, it's good, healthy fun, you know? You used to go to bed and get under the bedclothes, and you need that little bit of excitement. Heavy metal creates that amount of excitement.
But Judas Priest didn't mean to create this, on trial for their music, which they say, ironically, may have been the only joy in the lives of James Vance and Ray Belknap.
It was the best thing in their lives, you know. And
The only thing in their lives, wasn't it?
It's absolutely tragic that these boys saw fit to end their pain and suffering from the surroundings that they were brought up in the way that they did. And I think had they have had a better home life and closer supervision and a more loving, caring family, they may not have taken their lives. I just hope they're in a better place now.
For KTVN, Greg Kelfkin, the 6 o'clock news.